probably guessed, I went to Rhinebeck this past weekend.
Rhinebeck, as it is often shortened to, is a sheep and wool fiber festival that happens every fall in Rhinebeck, New York. It is considered by many crafters, myself included, to be a yearly crafting pilgrimage.
I ended up getting a lot of really amazing things, and I wanted to share some of them with you and what I bought for, because this was the first year I went into Rhinebeck with patterns, downloaded the previous 9 into my phone in case the Wi-Fi was too slow to see my patterns on the web. Thank you to everyone who said hello to Dolores. I made so many new friends, and I even met some people who also had knitted pieces for their Labubu's. So Dolores made some friends, I made some friends, and I bought a lot of yarn. So without further ado, I'd love to share with you guys what I bought, what I'm planning to do with it, and projects you may see pretty soon in the future. First up, I think we should start with the cone in the room, instead of the elephant in the room, the cone in the room. So normally when I go to Rhinebeck, I stay with my cousin Gretchen, as she lives only about 40 minutes away and also is a knitter and has her own herd of Shetland sheep. She gifted me this cone this year of wool from her sheep that was then spun into a 2-ply. And I could not think of a better option than a hat! We are bringing the Shetland hat back! Yes!
For those who haven't delved into this side of Shetland lore, a hap is a traditional square shawl that can be worn many ways, but is most traditionally folded in half and worn around the shoulders and tied around the back of the waist. If you're looking for more information on this, I will link Jamieson and Smith's website below. They have a fantastic article on their origins.
But here's the thing. I need 2 other colors in a hat, a traditional hat. So my main color will also be my darkest color. It will be from my cousin's sheep. And the other 2 colors, I've just chosen a natural bright white and an undyed gray. I really wanted to go traditional for my first hat. And I also wanted to get colors that would be flattering with lots of different outfits. So, project number 1. Number 1. For my second project, I got 4 skeins of Miss Bab's Killington, which is a DK yarn. It is 85% wool and 15% silk. I have used this before. I love their Killington. I think their Killington has a really lovely sheen, but it's very sturdy, warm, hard wearing because of that wool. And I'm hoping to make this beautiful 1940s sweater. As you can see, it has a high neck with a shawl collar and lovely amount of ribbing, which I think will be super cozy in the winter time. For my veteran sheepies, you know I love Miss Babs. Getting to go and seeing the lighter colors in person is really great because you can see the differentiation in color that can sometimes be a bit more difficult depending on what screen you're viewing them online. So, project number 2. Let's see if by the end of this I am pushed off the couch. So project number 3 is a smaller project I'm planning to do quite soon, and that will be a fluffy headscarf that I can wear in winter to keep my hair perfect, or to keep the snowflakes off it, and then when the snowflakes melt, they sort of like can damage the integrity of your hairspray, and nobody likes that. So, ears warm, hair safe, there we go. So, this is a new yarn I have never seen by Miss Babs before. You may notice throughout this video there's a lot of Miss Babs. I went back twice because I loved their colors so much, and I felt like I wasn't able to fully go through their stall because it was so mobbed when I got there in the morning. But this new yarn that I have not seen before by Miss Babs called Billow, and it is 51% baby alpaca and 49% cotton. So it is very soft but very fluffy. As you can see in the picture, and if you were to read the description, the hair scarf I'm supposed to be making is supposed to be made out of Angora, which is very nice, it's very fluffy, it's got a lovely texture, but unfortunately myself and a few other people I know all find it very itchy. So I felt like going with the baby alpaca created that fuzzy fluffy look still without the itch. The color I chose is called Sugar. And I really wanted to go with this light pink, even though I toyed with the ideas of light gray or maybe a bolder color. It will pair with a lot of things really well, and I think I'll get a lot of use out of it this winter, especially when I come home for Christmas. Up to number 4, we have this lovely superwash merino wool. So I chose this lovely butter yellow, sort of a pastel primrose color. Normally I don't go for the superwashes, but I plan to make a 1930s, 1940s Spencer vest, which is sort of like a camisole you wear underneath your other clothes to keep you warmer as an insulating layer. Because this is going to be an inner layer, not an outer layer, Because this is going to be an inner layer and not an outer layer, I'm expecting it to get a lot more wash and potentially to get dirtier. So I opted for something that would take a bit more washing. This is by a company called Avalon Springs Farm, and it is their PenDragon yarn. I think it has a really nice texture to it. And I think for my purposes, because it is a super fine fingering wool, it will make a very thin layer that will be insulating without being bulky. Project number 5. For the vintage knitters among us, I'm sure you will recognize this very famous pattern as the Chinese willow pattern. Now, I have seen this sweater before. However, it wasn't until very recently I found the twin set cardigan to go with it. Now, knowing that there were 2 pieces, obviously twice as much work, but also twice the challenge piqued my interest, you could say. To mimic the blue wash Chinese porcelain ware, I chose this darker blue and a neutral white from Miss Babs. For this, I chose the Laurel Falls Sport yarn. It is a 100% superwash. Unfortunately, as I've discussed in my other videos, Miss Babs has fewer yarns that are not treated with a synthetic or some sort of superwashing. However, due to the quality of their yarns and the amazing colors, I usually look past that, but it is up to personal preference. The color on the blue is called Mikhail's. I have bought this color in the Killington before, and I was very pleased with it, especially how it knits up. For the white, I just went with their traditional naked undyed yarn. The color is called naked, by the way, just to not have any confusion. But I am short 1, so I will be ordering. However, because it's undyed, I'm not going to have to worry about dye lot. But very excited about this pattern, and this is one that I think will be coming in February, March, sort of spring of the channel, as I view it as sort of a very fresh, fun pattern, and I think it would be great for spring. I did also visit the bookshop, and I got a stash of one's own, Knitters on Loving, Living With, and Letting Go of Yarn by Clara Parks. So I'm very excited to read this. I do love anthologies about yarn, essays about other knitters. I think it's a really wonderful way to see the way other knitters process and have like perspectives on crafting differ and also how they're the same. So very excited to add this to my reading list. The other book I ended up purchasing was Kindred Knits by Aleks Byrd, I think is how you pronounce her name. I met her. It was a bit chaotic. She signed my book. I think her designs are lovely. Aleks, if you are here, hi! I had such a fun time meeting you. I think your projects are amazing. I didn't find the specific colors I wanted this year for the sweater I want to make in your book, but I will keep looking. So I did also end up purchasing 2 skeins from Garthenor Organic. I got their 100% organic Hebridean wool. So I'm really, really excited about it. This is actually not for me. This is for a very close friend of mine. I will be making her a pair of gloves for Christmas. I will not reveal who, as she does watch this. Or she may watch this. Yeah, I can't reveal more than that. She'll figure it out. But very excited about this project. It will not be a channel project, but I just wanted to give a plug to Garthenor Organic. Their yarns are beautiful, their patterns are lovely, and I really felt for them this year as they had a sign that said most of their yarns were stuck in custom. But aside from that, I think their wool is fantastic. My mother knit a sweater last year entirely out of their wool, and it had a lovely finish to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Project number 6! Which brings me to the 7th and our final project that I bought for this, which will be this lovely 1930s button accented blouse, which was originally produced, I mean, I know it's colored in blue here, but it was originally in the description produced in light pink with 2 different tones of brown for the striping. I have chosen to go for a melon green for my background, alternating with this sort of olivey green and a sort of spring green for my stripes. This is also by Miss Babs. I think I bought, out of 7 projects, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of my projects out of 7 were from Miss Babs, and that is truly because of their magnificent colors. For this, I brought the Tarte, which is one of Miss Babs' fingering wools. I have used it many times for many patterns on this channel and for me personally. It is a 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, and 10% tencel. But it does have a very lovely knit and does mimic a vintage wool very well. For the lightest color, I chose a spring green, which is sort of my melon color. That will be the background. And my 2 stripes will be dragon claw. Oh, that's exotic. And beanstalk. So I'm very, very excited about this one. This may be the one that I start first, but actually, you know what? No. I'm probably going to start with this pink one first, just because I'm really excited to have that headscarf as I go into fall to keep my ears warm. But this is what I got on my trip to Rhinebeck this year. 2 books, 7 projects, 6 of which are for myself. So now that we've gone through all of my yarn, I thought something that would be really fun is to go through my mom's yarn. Because my mom is the one who taught me to knit. She taught me when I was 4, and it's been a lifelong sort of joint expedition where we sort of egg each other on, we rationalize each other's purchases. There is no yarn shaming. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. She went to Rhinebeck with me this year, and
I got this lovely crown.
Yes, you did.
It's like my wool tiara.
It's like a Kokoshnik tiara, I think.
I feel very fancy in it.
You look adorable.
And it felt very festive to wear around the fairgrounds. And elsewhere.
And elsewhere.
So what else did I get?
Okay.
I made a major purchase.
An incredible purchase, which some of you guys may recognize as a very similar one to one
I've been jealous of Greta's Swift.
For what, 2 years now?
Yes, she purchased it 2 years ago.
This is by Yarn Tech, I believe.
And they are just
amazing. I always end up having to pick it up to put it on.
So until now, I have done the time-honored technique of taking your skein and placing it over a chair back.
Or a child.
or
a child.
Have someone hold it for you. So now, I feel like I'm in the big leagues. My yarn into balls.
We like big balls and we cannot lie.
No, we're not including that.
We're including that. That's coming in.
All right.
It's getting in. Okay, so Swift.
So, of course I had to buy some yarn.
Obviously.
I bought some beautiful yarn from Garthenor.
Which you'll know if you've watched the earlier part of this video, I also bought from. Separate time, but also.
So they're organic yarns.
Hebridean.
From the UK.
I keep saying Hebridean.
I got beautiful, beautiful fingering weight. My plan is to make.
Nice.
Isn't that lovely? I love this color.
And it's spun with gray.
This fingering weight yarn that they create is called Snowdonia. And I love it. And so I got several skeins with the idea. They had a beautiful sock.
Yes, they did.
And pattern that they linked to on Ravelry.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh gosh, it's called the You Better Work.
You better work, bitch.
And I just loved the way that looked. It had, stripes, but it was it looked like a good all-around, all-purpose sock. And so I'm very excited. I'm going to use...
what is the key to knitting long-wearing socks?
I have to use the thread.
Yes, the reinforcing thread.
And always hand wash your hand knit socks.
You heard it here.
I've learned my lesson. I should have learned it a couple times by now.
Yeah, but I was darning all the socks.
Yes.
So you were not learning the lesson.
Yes. So this is an important lesson. At the bookstore at Rhinebeck, I picked up a copy of Peter Rabbit Baby Knits. I'm very excited about it because I'm a big fan of Beatrix Potter.
But I feel like this is a hint to me that she needs some
This
grandchildren
is not
to
a
knit
hint.
for.
This is not a hint. There's always a baby being born somewhere that needs to be knit for.
Oh, look at little hedgehogs.
I know. Little hedgehogs, ducks.
I actually really like the hedgehogs.
Little kittens.
Oh, no.
Yes. And so some of the patterns, what I love. Okay, but we have to show them what we're oohing and eyeing over.
Okay.
So some of the patterns are
have
like
charts.
creating, yes, they have charts so that you can create the characters as panels in your baby blanket or in your sweater. You can have Jemima Puddle Duck.
Everyone likes Jemima Puddle Duck. Who's the book by?
Good question. Who's the book by? Debbie Bliss.
Debbie Bliss.
Of course. So you can make all these lovely sweaters for the little ones in your life. I would love it if I could size them up and make them for the big people in my life.
Oh, you could. You know you could, right?
No, I don't.
Wait, I can teach her how to do this. You can make this for yourself.
So much fun. So much fun. So I'm looking forward to that. And that was pretty much the full extent.
Those are mine.
What?
The stitch markers. I didn't realize.
I'm not stealing your stitch markers.
She might be stealing my stitch markers.
Did you show them this?
Yes, I bought a sticker. I did not show it to them though, but it says probably at the yarn store, which is
True.
Yeah. But my sheepies, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Mommy, for joining us.
It is my pleasure.
And this has been our Rhinebeck review.
Unseen.